Your soulmate's family gathered to talk about you. What came out is unbelievable. My beloved child. Before you decide this message is only another story, listen with your whole heart because something happened behind closed doors that almost no one expected. A gathering took place where your name was spoken again and again, but not in the way anyone imagined. Your soulmate's family sat together believing they were about to settle every question surrounding you once and for all. Some entered the room carrying doubts. Others carried old opinions they had never spoken aloud. A few believed they already knew everything about you without ever truly understanding your heart. But before the conversation ended, the entire atmosphere shifted in a way that left several people speechless. Don't skip, because what unfolded next changed more than one person's mind. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. One quiet voice suddenly revealed a truth nobody else had noticed. It was a memory connected to you that had been hidden for far too long. The room became silent. Eyes that had been filled with uncertainty slowly turned toward one another as if every person realized they had missed something incredibly important. That was the exact moment when your soulmate understood this gathering was never meant to judge you. It was meant to uncover a truth that had been buried beneath assumptions for much longer than anyone realized. The conversation became even stranger when someone unexpectedly stood up and shared something your soulmate had never heard before. This was not gossip. It was not a rumor. It was a detail so unexpected that several family members immediately stopped speaking. One person admitted they had quietly watched the way your name affected your soulmate every single time it was mentioned. Another confessed they had noticed changes that nobody else had paid attention to. Every smile disappeared whenever your soulmate believed they had lost you forever. Every hopeful expression returned whenever even the smallest reminder of you appeared. Suddenly, years of confusing emotions started making sense to everyone sitting around that table. What shocked them most was not the feelings themselves. It was how impossible those feelings had become to hide. Don't skip. This is where everything begins to change. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. A sentence was spoken that nobody expected to hear. No matter how hard they try to move forward, they always find their way back to that one person. The room fell completely silent because every single person knew exactly who those words were about. Then something happened that turned an ordinary family discussion into a once-in-a-lifetime moment. A relative quietly opened an old conversation that had never been shared before. Hidden inside those forgotten words was a truth that connected every unanswered question your soulmate had been carrying. Suddenly, people who once believed you were only a passing chapter began realizing you had become the one constant thought that never truly disappeared. One by one, family members admitted they had seen signs long before anyone else. They remembered the late-night silence, the unexpected smiles, the distant stares, and the moments when your soulmate would stop speaking the instant your name entered the conversation. Every forgotten detail suddenly fit together like pieces of a puzzle nobody knew they were solving. The energy inside that room completely changed. Some faces showed surprise. Others showed regret. But one expression stood above all the rest: hope. Real hope. Because someone finally revealed a secret that had been protected for far too long, and that secret pointed directly toward you. Don't skip. The biggest revelation has not been spoken yet. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. What was whispered during the final moments of that gathering made your soulmate freeze completely, and once those words left someone's mouth, nothing inside that family would ever be the same again. A few moments later, the silence inside that room became impossible to ignore. No one rushed to speak because everyone sensed that the next words would change everything. Your soulmate looked around the table, expecting someone to dismiss what had just been revealed, but the opposite happened. One by one, family members began sharing moments they had kept to themselves for months. They remembered how your soulmate's mood changed whenever your name appeared unexpectedly. They remembered conversations that ended the second someone suggested letting you go. They remembered nights when your soulmate sat alone, staring into nothing, carrying a weight no one could understand. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then an older family member quietly admitted something that stunned everyone. They said, "I have watched many people fall in love throughout my life, but I have never seen someone fight so hard against their own heart and still lose every single time." Those words echoed through the room. No one argued. No one laughed. Instead, every face reflected the same realization. This connection had become far deeper than anyone had imagined. The discussion suddenly took an even more surprising turn when someone revealed that your soulmate had been protecting your name even when you were not there. Whenever criticism came your way, your soulmate changed the subject. Whenever someone misunderstood you, they defended you without making it obvious. At first, everyone believed those actions were simple kindness. Now they understood they came from something much stronger. A relative admitted they had secretly tested your soulmate by asking difficult questions about you, expecting hesitation. Instead, every answer carried respect, loyalty, and an emotion that could not be hidden anymore. That confession left the room completely silent again. Don't skip, because the next revelation is even bigger. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. Another family member slowly reached into a drawer and pulled out something your soulmate thought nobody had ever noticed. The instant it appeared on the table, your soulmate's expression completely changed. Every heartbeat inside that room seemed to pause as forgotten memories came rushing back all at once. Nobody expected that one small object to unlock a truth that had remained hidden for so long. What happened after that became the turning point of the entire gathering. The person holding that forgotten reminder looked directly at your soulmate and asked a simple question that no one could answer immediately. If this person truly meant nothing, why have you never been able to let them disappear from your heart? The room became so quiet that every breath felt louder than before. Your soulmate lowered their eyes, not because they were ashamed, but because the truth had finally become too powerful to hide. In that moment, several family members exchanged knowing looks. Every doubt they once carried slowly disappeared. They realized this was never about temporary emotions or passing memories. It was about a bond that had survived distance, silence, misunderstandings, and time itself. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Just when everyone believed the meeting was finally over, another unexpected knock came at the door. The person standing outside carried news that no one inside that house was prepared to hear, and the moment those first few words were spoken, your soulmate's entire family froze in complete disbelief. A slow knock echoed through the house, and every conversation stopped instantly. No one moved for several seconds because something about that moment felt different. When the door finally opened, the visitor stepped inside with an expression that immediately changed the atmosphere. They weren't there by accident. They had come because they believed your soulmate's family deserved to know one final piece of the story. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The visitor calmly explained that they had recently crossed paths with someone who spoke about you in a way they could never forget. There was no bitterness. No anger. Only admiration, respect, and quiet hope. Those words caught everyone off guard because they were completely different from the assumptions that had been circulating for so long. Your soulmate remained silent, listening carefully as every sentence slowly erased another misunderstanding. It became impossible for anyone in that room to deny that your presence had left a lasting mark on far more lives than they had ever imagined. Then the visitor shared something even more surprising. They admitted they had watched your soulmate from a distance over the past several months without realizing why their behavior seemed so familiar. It wasn't until they heard your name again that everything suddenly made sense. They described the quiet smiles that appeared for no reason, the moments of deep silence whenever certain memories returned, and the way your soulmate unconsciously protected every good memory connected to you. Family members looked at one another in complete disbelief because each detail matched what they had witnessed inside their own home. Piece after piece, the truth continued to reveal itself. Don't skip. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. One relative quietly whispered, "We kept waiting for these feelings to disappear, but somehow they've only become stronger." No one challenged those words. Instead, heads slowly nodded around the room. For the first time, they realized this wasn't a temporary chapter. It had quietly become part of your soulmate's future. As the gathering seemed ready to end, your soulmate finally spoke after remaining silent for so long. The room immediately became still because everyone understood these words had been locked away for far too long. With complete honesty, your soulmate admitted that no matter how many times they tried to move forward, every road somehow led back to thoughts of you. They confessed they had hidden those feelings not because they had disappeared, but because they feared no one would understand. Instead of criticism, they were met with something they never expected: acceptance. Several family members encouraged them to stop running from what their heart had been trying to say all along. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Just when relief began replacing uncertainty, one elderly family member quietly smiled and revealed they had been keeping something safe for a very long time, a message connected to you that had never been delivered. The moment they reached for it, every eye in the room locked onto their hands, because whatever was inside had the power to change everything from this moment forward. The entire room leaned forward as the elderly family member slowly placed the old envelope on the table. It looked ordinary on the outside, yet everyone could feel that what it contained was anything but ordinary. Your soulmate stared at it without moving, almost as if opening it would unlock emotions they had spent years trying to control. No one spoke. Even the smallest sound disappeared from the room. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. With trembling hands, the envelope was finally opened. Inside was a handwritten note that had never reached its destination. It wasn't filled with dramatic promises or impossible dreams. Instead, it carried simple words that revealed honesty, respect, and a connection that refused to fade with time. As each line was read aloud, family members exchanged stunned glances. Every sentence answered questions they had been asking for months. The truth was becoming impossible to ignore, and the picture they had created about you was beginning to completely fall apart. As the final lines of the message were read, something unexpected happened. One family member quietly admitted they had been wrong about you from the very beginning. Another confessed they had judged situations without knowing the whole story. Even those who had remained silent throughout the meeting finally found the courage to speak. They weren't defending you because they felt pressured. They were defending you because the truth had finally reached them. Your soulmate could no longer hide the emotion in their eyes. The weight they had been carrying for so long suddenly felt lighter. Don't skip. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. Then someone asked a question that changed the direction of the entire conversation. If everything we've believed until today was incomplete, what else don't we know? That single question filled the room with fresh curiosity. Everyone realized there were still missing pieces, and somewhere beyond those missing pieces was a future that none of them had expected. Before anyone could answer, a phone resting on the table suddenly lit up. Every eye turned toward the screen at the same time. Your soulmate glanced down, and the color slowly disappeared from their face. It wasn't just another notification. It was a message carrying information that connected directly to everything the family had been discussing all evening. No one knew who had sent it, but everyone sensed that opening it would reveal one final truth they were not prepared to hear. The room became completely silent once again. Hearts raced. Questions filled every mind. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate slowly unlocked the phone, took a deep breath, and read the very first sentence. The instant those words appeared on the screen, every person in that room realized the family gathering had never been the end of the story. It had only been the beginning of an unbelievable journey that was about to bring your name back into everyone's life in a way no one could have predicted. The first sentence on the screen changed everything. Your soulmate read it once, then a second time, then looked around the room as if hoping someone else could explain what they had just seen. No one could. The message came from someone who had quietly watched this entire story unfold from the sidelines, someone who had never chosen a side until now. Their words were direct. There is something all of you still don't know. The room fell into complete silence again. Every family member leaned closer, waiting for the next line to appear. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The message explained that several moments everyone believed were coincidences had actually been connected all along. Every unexpected meeting, every delayed conversation, every opportunity that almost happened but somehow slipped away had been leading toward this exact point. Your soulmate's family began looking back at the past through completely different eyes. Suddenly, events that once seemed meaningless started fitting together perfectly. The truth wasn't becoming smaller. It was becoming far bigger than anyone at that table had imagined. As the message continued, another unbelievable revelation appeared. The sender admitted they had spoken with people who knew both you and your soulmate separately. None of those people had planned the same future, yet every single conversation ended with one surprising conclusion. No matter where life took either of you, your names somehow continued to appear together. One person described you as the missing piece your soulmate had been searching for without realizing it. Another said your soulmate had never spoken about anyone else with the same quiet sincerity. A third admitted they had never seen feelings survive so many delays without losing their strength. Those words left the family speechless. The doubts that once filled the room had almost completely disappeared. Don't skip. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. Then your soulmate finally smiled, a small smile, but one that nobody in the family had seen in a very long time. That single expression told them more than 1,000 explanations ever could. Deep inside, they already knew the message was speaking the truth. Just when everyone believed there could be no greater surprise, the final lines appeared on the screen. The sender wrote, "This story is not waiting for another lifetime. The next chapter is much closer than any of you think." Every heartbeat in the room seemed to stop. Your soulmate slowly locked the phone without saying a word, but their eyes revealed a determination that had never been there before. The family understood something important had shifted forever. The gathering that began with uncertainty had ended with hope, acceptance, and a truth too powerful to deny. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As everyone quietly prepared to leave the room, one family member suddenly remembered a promise your soulmate had made long ago, a promise connected directly to you. The moment they spoke those forgotten words aloud, every person froze once again, because they realized the unbelievable truth they had uncovered tonight was only preparing them for a decision that could happen much sooner than anyone ever expected.